Do not adjust your eyes, supporters. We are joined here by Chippenham goal scorer Will Richards. It is not 2016, it is 2022. And once again, Will Richards is steaming himself in at the back post to thunder a header into the back of the net. Will, a goal that unfortunately didn't turn out to be the winner, but at the time it looked like it might be. It's got to be a great feeling to get that goal in front of your supporters once again. Yeah,
it's brilliant. To be honest, it was my man for the equaliser, so I thought I had to sort of redeem myself on that point. But yeah, brilliant. Like, scoring a goal is not much better feelings in the world, to be honest, and in front of the fans as well. Yeah, it's really enjoyable. I thought, yeah, potentially it could have been the winner, but unfortunately, yeah, they pulled one back, and we'll take the draw, so we'll move on.
Yeah, I think before the game, I think yourself and your colleagues probably would have taken the point today, knowing that a point would keep it alive regardless of what happened down at Havant and Waterlooville. It's now turning into a very, very interesting end to the season, with Bank Holiday Monday suddenly becoming really important to go and get something out of Hungerford. Now I think we need a victory, or at least to match Havant's result on that day where they go away to Hemel, to keep the, we would say, faint playoff ambition still alive. But if you obviously go and get that done now, Havant and Waterlooville turns into a very crucial game. How's the mindset of the players going down into the last two games? I think you guys have been through quite a lot this season, a change of management, in and out with squads, a lot of loan players coming in. It must be very difficult to keep yourself right, but the togetherness and the spirit in the camp looks better than ever.
Yeah, no, we just really enjoyed it, to be honest. I think if you look at the first half today, I think we played really well. They allowed us to play a little bit, and yeah, we were just enjoying it. I think we've obviously got some tired legs, and because the squad's fairly thin. Some of the youth lads have come in who did really well today. Specials like shout out to Langdon, and obviously Kane come on. Mo was really good, but yeah, the boys are all together. It's just a case of enjoying it, trying to push on, trying to keep the pressure on, and then just making sure that we are rested and just ready to go on Monday, really.
Perfect. And obviously Monday it's going to be Hungerford. It's a team that you're going to be familiar with from your time at Chippenham. Yeah, they're not an uncommon enemy, so to speak. It's going to be another very difficult game against a very hard-working side. They've got a very good striker in Seeger, the same as you've had to face today against Dominic Pollion coming off the bench, Rakesh Bingham. These are all big names in the league that have got a lot of goals. But today, between yourself and Pars, Danny, Will, and obviously Landon on the right, you've kept them very quiet, and it's going to have to be again on Monday a similar story, I'd have thought. Yeah,
I think, to be honest, we did come on to some pressure, but I think we had chances today as well. But I think the disappointing thing is we've conceded 2 set pieces where usually we're pretty solid at those sort of things, especially Ebbsfleet. You'd think they just get down the side, pull backs, and touches in. But again, moving on to Monday, Hungerford, good side, hard working, probably don't get the actual respect that they probably deserve, and in terms of, because maybe their style of play, but it's still being effective and winning games, and all hard working lads who put on the line, which is similar to what we are, but we're trying, I suppose, to put a bit more quality in the game. But if you look at us and say one thing about Chippenham, I think it's just like hard working lads, giving it all for the club, giving it all for each other, and trying to get a result, really.
And for yourself, Will, just before we let you get going, obviously Hungerford, have a couple of old friends in the lineup for yourself, people that you've shared a dressing room with many an occasion, especially the Southern Premier League winning campaign. Matt Jones is playing left back for them. I still think they've got a couple of our old lads knocking around there, so I suppose it would be nice to see some old faces, but at the same time, as soon as the white line's crossed, they suddenly become the opposition. Yeah,
no, it's always a tough game against Hungerford, and again, to be honest, we're just concentrating on matching the result, as you said, of Havant and taking it to the last game of the season. I think the boys are confident, and the main thing going out of obviously the message from Hawks and everyone else is that we've got to match them, physically. We've got to work just as hard, even harder, and then try and take the quality and be brave on the ball, which, why not, really, at this point in time. That's what we're aiming to do, and hopefully if we get rest and some water in us, we'll be all right. So, yeah.
Perfect. Well, we'll let you go and get some of that water in you for now then, Will. And obviously, well done for today, mate. Great goal, great header. And all the very best for Monday.
Yeah,
we're all
nice
behind
one.
You.
Thank you. Cheers, mate.
Super. All wrapped up here at Ebbsfleet United. Will, stonewall man of the match performance today. It's not often that you can put claim on that when you're a goalkeeper that's 2 goals have gone past you, but I think so many times that you've pulled us out the bag there with a last-ditch save against arguably one of the best attacking sides in the league.
Yeah, no, I think everyone, to be fair, deserved that accolade. I mean, to a man, we done a job today. I thought we came in, a point was a good result for us, but we've almost come off disappointed to not take all 3. So that's credit to all the boys. I mean, we've done that week in, week out throughout the course of the season, and it showed again today towards the back end of the season.
Always a bit difficult when you come to big places like this. Obviously, they certainly the first half were a little bit quiet, but as soon as the goal went in for their equaliser, it seemed to galvanise the crowd behind you a little bit. must be very difficult sometimes when you're in the loneliest position in the world, out there behind the goal with none of your supporters there, none of your support, but a lot of people baying for blood behind you. But again, unflappable and right down to the very last minute, just cool, composed, and even when the 5 minutes added up went up, it seemed to be that we were the ones creating and gouging out the chances.
Yeah, I mean, I'm used to that now, just having the away fans behind me, and to be honest, I'd probably prefer it when it's quiet. It's kind of worse. Like, I'd rather have a bit of atmosphere, a bit of fans give me a bit of stick and that. So that's the way I like it. But again, like you said, it wasn't all them. We had plenty of chances to score. I think if you look at the stats in terms of saves from me and their keeper, it's probably fairly even. So again, that's credit to all of us coming here and doing a job.
So I sat there, Will, at the start of the season. I remember it was probably my first foray into the media side of things. We sat there on a Zoom call between myself, you and Mike, welcoming you to Chippenham. Sort of feels like you've certainly earned your stripes now. You're well deep into the season, and for very much in for a shout with the Supporters Player of the Year. You came here originally to say that you wanted to do as best as you possibly could and take Chippenham as high up the league as you possibly could. And considering where you came from, where they are, where we are. And it must be an amazing feeling now to be knowing that Bank Holiday Monday you're going into that game knowing that a win will keep you in length and going down to the wire at Westley Park for what I think would be an unheard of Vanarama National League South playoff spot with Chippenham Town.
Yeah, no, I obviously remember the chat we had before the pre-season even started, and I remember saying as well I was only looking up. Obviously targets are. I remember at the start of the season, Cookie obviously mentioned about top 10 finish, but I think where we are is justified. I think we've done really well this season with such a small group, but it's a tight-knit group, and it's shown, hasn't it, through the performances we've had, and we've just kept going non-stop. And yeah, let's get a good result on Monday, and then take it to Havant on the following Saturday.
I think a result on Monday obviously would leave a lot of people heading down towards Havant and Waterlooville. Obviously, just to mention, very briefly, we've got a coach running, very fairly priced, £10 a ticket. Please come and see Simon Lawrence or Johnny Garraway at Hungerford and grab your tickets. But I suppose from a playing perspective, it's got to be that extra little bit of galvanisation that you need when you're sort of in a bit of a trench war, which it will be at Havant, to have people there that are in your corner. And if we can take 150, 200 supporters down to Havant and Waterlooville, that could well be the difference between hopefully success or failure.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, fans do make a difference, and I think that kind of showed today with Ebbsfleet. They probably picked themselves up a tiny bit more in the second half because their fans were kind of on their case in the first half and then really cheering them on the second. So it is massively important. What an opportunity if we're going there fighting for a playoff spot. It'll almost be like a cup final. Whoever wins it gets in the spot. So that's what we're fighting for. And there's no reason why we can't do it.
And with results looking like they've gone the way they've gone today, it could well very much mean that if we do get into that playoff spot, that we're coming back here. And Ebbsfleet are currently occupying that fourth spot in a playoff eliminator. Undefeated here, Chippenham, by the way. 3 draws,
I didn't know
2
that.
penalty shootouts, and obviously today. So all omens point to a very, very tough game, obviously, if we come back here again. But knowing that you've come here to a big stadium, big crowd, big sort of National League feel really about it, and when you look around the place, it's got to fill you guys with all sorts of confidence that not only if you do manage to get yourself into those playoff spots, you very much belong there.
Yeah, definitely. I think I've always said it. I've said it to a few of the lads. If we get into the playoffs, we're the team to beat, in effect, because everyone's looking at us as a small club. We shouldn't be in the playoffs, and I think some clubs might underestimate us. And you look at our form against the bigger clubs, so like your Dorkings, your Dartfords, we've got results. So there's no reason why we can't go in there. There'll be no pressure on us whatsoever, and go and enjoy ourselves and try and get a result.
Perfect. Well, speaking of enjoying ourselves, Will, we've got a very, very long coach journey back to Chippenham now, and I'm not sure where the nearest shop is, but you and I have both earned a beer, so if you want to take yourself off and go and find that, then that would be absolutely fantastic. But today, Chippenham Town man of the match, Will Henry, I think very much deserved. Congratulations from all of us, mate, and we'll see you on Monday.
Cheers, Sophie.
Well done, mate. All wrapped up here at Ebbsfleet United with Chippenham Town regular media consult now. Joe Hanks. Joe, we all know the criteria for getting in front of the camera, mate. It's normally a goal or a man of the match worthy performance, and we seem to see you here more often than not these days. A goal in the first half, probably one of your better, and what a way to set us on the go.
Yeah, no, obviously delighted. It was one of my better ones, definitely. So yeah, no, it's obviously when one goes in, it's like buses, isn't it? They start to all come along. So hopefully we get a few more before the end of the season. But look, I think we're pleased that we'd probably taken a point before the game. We're still right in amongst it, aren't we? So yeah, obviously disappointing probably not to win the game, but yeah, it was a really good day, good afternoon.
And unfortunately, speaking of goals when they come along, as like buses as they are, we had an opportunity which actually crumbled me to the floor in the second half there. The curling effort to the right hand side that just seemed like it was destined for the top corner right until it hit the post and went to safety for Ebbsfleet. But we're 2-2 drawing, which by no means we've not had our chances to probably go and get more from the game today. And I think really a real testament to you guys from the attacking side of things to keep a team like this not only honest but certainly for large periods of the game under pressure.
Yeah, definitely. To be honest, I was off celebrating. I've hit it and thought it was in, but it wasn't to be. But look, there's a lot of teams that will come here and struggle. They're a very, very good footballing side. You've seen the quality that they're bringing off the bench. It was a tough afternoon for us. So to come here, to be disappointed not to win the game, I think Will just said the same, didn't he? So testament to us. But look, we've got a massive game Monday. There's no point thinking about the Havant game just yet. We've got to do everything right. Hopefully recover well and. Big game Monday. Hopefully the support cheer us on and get the 3 points.
Back at home now in front of your own supporters against Hungerford in what is likely going to be a very, very crucial local derby. I know it's not much to be said for football and omens, but a 3-0 victory earlier in the season against Hungerford, and they come into this game in probably one of the worst forms in the entire National League South. 5 defeats confirmed again today after Welling have put them away 2-1 with 10 men. At this point, with them having very little to play for, you'd think that being a local rival, it's certainly not going to be a day off for them. They're going to come down here and work you hard, and we're obviously going to have to match that because they're not going to come down and shy their responsibilities. No,
definitely. We can't look at the statistics like that. They're a good team. I know we went there and won, but obviously when you go there and beat a team 3-0 in their own backyard, they're going to want to come and do the same to us, aren't they? So look, it's going to be a really tough game. It's going to be a bit different to the Ebbsfleet game today. But look, we'll go. We'll try and do everything right. We'll prepare right. But we can't go thinking that it's 3 points. It's not. It's going to be a really tough game. And hopefully, if we do everything right, we get the win. Then we can think about the next game. And look, it's still in our hands, isn't it? So we've got a chance. If we can win both games, then you never know. But yeah, happy with today. Take the point. Obviously, happy to score. And we'll go on to Monday.
Playoffs are starting to take shape now, Joe. Maidstone's victory today at Chelmsford and Dorking's defeat to St Albans have all but confirmed that Dorking will be in that playoff spot. I think Ebbsfleet are there, Dartford are there, Eastbourne, Oxford. You know that teams are going to be in there. The only real spot that's now up for negotiation is that 7th. It looks like it's going to come down to a 3-way shootout, possibly a 2-way. St Albans' victory today has kept them sort of roughly with faint hopes that it really is only yourself and Havant now that can go and do the business, so to speak. It's shaping up to be a fantastic game down at Westleigh Park, but I suppose these are the occasions that right back at the start of the season would have been unheard of or unthought of, really, when we sort of having little conversations about top 10 finishes, but potentially be sneaking into that 7th spot to go to the end of the season show. It's real credit to you and your boys.
Yeah, there's always a team in there that sort of comes in. We seem to be on a bit of good form at the minute, but again, obviously we've got to do everything right. If we lose on Monday and haven't win, then it's all over, isn't it? So we've got to make sure that whatever happens on Monday, there's something to play for on that last game of the season, and you never know what might happen. So the support was brilliant today. It really helped us out. So hopefully, if we can do it right Monday, then we can start dreaming about the playoffs. But let's get past Monday before we start talking about that.
Good stuff. Well, we've got a little turnaround before Monday, Joe. So we'll let us go and get on with our recovery. I know obviously the coach trip home is going to be a brutal one so far, but we'll head back and all things hopefully point to good, and we'll see you on Monday, where hopefully another Joe Hanks goal, another Joe Hanks performance can set us on the right way.
Fingers crossed. Cheers, Will.
Top man, mate. Well done.